Hi, Jen Pinto, founder and CEO of the Jen Pinto, or TJP, as we like to call it. I just wanted to take a few minutes real quick to update y'all on a few things and let you know what's coming up next week from TJP. So first and foremost, I want to acknowledge the fact that life isn't always easy, right? You constantly have to be balancing your personal and your professional priorities. And then on top of that, if you are a people leader, then you get the beautiful complexity that comes with connecting with different people. And the great thing about that is that we're each so unique and so different and so beautiful because of our different personalities, our different backgrounds and experiences, and just our personal touch that we leave in the world. Now, with that comes the complexity and the challenges because we are all different, right? So we may have some commonalities, but at the end of the day, as they say, no two snowflakes are exactly the same. No two of us are exactly the same, but we need that in life in order to get the most out of it, right? And I'll try not to go off on too many tangents during this video because I'm trying to keep it short. But again, just imagine what the world would be like if we only had one type of flower, one type of tree, only one color. It would be not as wonderful and wouldn't spark the curiosity and the thoughts and the ideas and the ingenuity that we have today and the possibilities that we have as a society if it were that way. But anyway, let me get back on track. So bottom line is that navigating all of that beautiful complexity that comes when you're connecting with other individuals can have its good days and it's not so good days as a people leader. The good news is, however, that if you take the time to truly get to know individuals, to listen to them, to see them not as you versus them, but as us, right? Together, as them being part of your in group or your tribe, that's when the magic starts to happen. Because if we think about, or we look into how our brains work, right? Especially that primitive side of our brain that has helped us to survive throughout all of our lifetime as a society, right? We're tribal animals, right? We are individuals who survive in these groups. So we are wired to look out there in the world at other individuals and say, yes, you are part of my tribe, or you are part of my in group, or no, you're not. That's why we kind of like hanging out with people that we have things in common with, because that's signaling to our brain that they're part of our tribe or they're part of our in group. So they're going to help us with survival. So all of that to say is that the more that you connect with other individuals, especially individuals within your team, then the more that that'll signal to your brain that it's not a you versus them, right? It's not a manager and a follower. No, we're a tribe, we're a group, we're in this together. So that'll signal that to your brain, and it'll signal it to their brain. So what happens when that signal comes through, right? So what happens is it just ignites our unconscious need to want to collaborate with our tribe, right? To want to strive with our tribe, to want to succeed together, because if we succeed, then our tribe succeeds, and if our tribe succeeds, then I succeed. And we don't get, if I'm going to go super back in the days, and we don't get eaten up or stompled by like the elements or a tiger or something like that. But you get the gist of it. We also, when we start to see other individuals and we signal to our brain and to their brains that we're part of the same tribe, we start to be a little bit more patient with them, right? We start to say, okay, well, they mean well, they're trying. We start to become a little bit more empathetic. We start to become a little bit more, show them a little bit more grace. We still hold people accountable because as a tribe, we want to succeed and we want to survive, but we place a greater importance in the success of that tribe member, because in the success of that tribe member will come the success of the overall tribe or community. And I'm trying to get this short, but y'all that know me know that I geek out over all this stuff. But that was just like a little science around it. So why am I saying all of this? Because if you truly want to excel and stand out as a leader, you have to invest in developing your capabilities and the capabilities of your team. But it's kind of like when you're on the plane, you got to put that mask on too, right? In order to then put the mask on the other passengers. So you need that oxygen, right? Or that knowledge and that capability so that you can better equip, support, and elevate your team members and your peers. So that's one of the reasons why you may have been seeing a lot of communications come out from either myself or from TJP, right, the Jen Pinto, around these different workshops that we have been hosting. In particular, the one I want to emphasize today is the Be the Manager People Won't Want to Leave half a day workshop that we're offering on Thursday, August 29th. This is meant to be the beginning of a journey for you. It is half a day and there is a lot of content that we're going to be covering, but that's by design. We want to give you almost like a Cliff Notes, cheat sheets, condensed boot camp. There's an infusion of knowledge, of insights, of tips and tricks to help boost you and get you started on kind of reigniting your development and then consequently the development of your team. So that's what August 29th is about. What you can expect is that we're going to take each of the modules that we're going to cover on the 29th and we're going to expand on it and dive deep into it in 2025. So for instance, there is a module on coaching for success. Well, you're going to get a flavor of it next week, right? Enough for you to start experimenting with what coaching really is as a leader, which by the way, it is a critical skill to have as a leader. But then in 2025, we're actually going to offer an in-depth workshop on developing and honing in your coaching skills as a leader. But again, it all starts off with this workshop on the 29th. So all in all, the series or the journey, the leadership journey that we're going to be offering is really going to be around helping you lead yourself, helping you unlock the potential of your team. And this particular workshop next week that kicks it all off is going to dive into your leadership style. That's really important to understand, right? Are you more task oriented or are you more people oriented? Are you more fast paced or are you more moderately paced? Do you want, it quick, summarized, as a leader? And is that how you tend to drive your team and the culture you tend to create for your team? Or are you more kind of on the reserve side, like to let's think things through, let's look at every part of the puzzle before we guess at what it is or determine what it is? And each of those styles are, has their pros and then their opportunity areas, but they're all great and they're all needed. And guess what? You can be a successful leader regardless of what your personality preferences are, and that's okay. And we also have the ability to kind of flex in all of the management style or personality style preferences, which is the again another wonderful thing of us as human beings is our ability to flex and adapt, which has led to our survival as a species. But again, I won't go into that because then this will be a 2 hour video instead of a few minutes video. So we'll be touching base on that. We'll introduce some principles on how to build trust in a team. That's super critical. Like if you don't have trust in a team, you're really not going to tap into the full potential of the team. Trust is a critical ingredient. I mean, it's like having cake, making a cake without sugar or some kind of sweetener. It's really not a cake, right? You have to have trust. Leading change, change is the one constant in life. And whether it's big transformational change or small incremental change, it is hard for us to go through change. And I'll maybe I'll do a video, separate video on that because there is a lot of perspective information that's good for you to know about the brain and why we're wired to be a little cautious about change. But I'll do something. I promise I'll do a little video on that later to give you later on in the year to give you a little bit more insights on that. But we are going to start diving into that in next week's workshop lightly. We're going to talk about communication. Communication is key no matter what, right? You got to be able to communicate effectively with people. And a lot of times the disconnect in communication is that we're communicating to others the way we want to be communicated and the way we process information. And when you do that, it doesn't register to the other person exactly how it needs to, right? So it's like I'm talking to you in Spanish and you're talking to me in English. You're not understanding me and I'm not understanding you because we're talking two different languages. That's what tends to happen with communication. And then we're going to dive into some goal setting, just to name a few. So again, jam-packed half a day, but some really good nuggets that you're going to walk away with to get you started on your journey. So you're still wondering, should I register for this workshop or not? Should I go on this journey with TJP or not? Well, here's a couple of other things to keep in mind. Part of what I love about our team, the TJP team, is that we bring a wealth of experience. And I say a wealth of experience, I mean, combined, oh goodness, combined is easily over 100 years of experience. And I would say it's probably getting close to 200 years of experience. And that experience comes from various industries. It comes from us being a member of a team. It comes from us leading teams, anywhere from leading a team of one, right, yourself, to leading a team of hundreds of people, leading teams in a critical care unit in the hospital, which comes with its own sense of challenges, to leading teams in corporate America. So there is a wealth of experience there that each team member brings to the content that's being designed by the lead facilitator. In addition, we wouldn't be TJP, right, if we didn't also throw in some research-based practices, if we didn't throw in some leadership psychology, if we didn't throw in some brain or neuroscience into our content. We have to address it through a holistic approach. And so that's what you can expect from any of the content that comes from TJP or services that come from TJP. And additionally to that, and one of my favorites is that when you sign up for any of our services, you become part of our tribe. So you're the TJP tribe, you're an official member of our community. And that also comes with its perks. So some of the things that it comes with is that you'll get early access to our new content, special offers, early access to or previews to services that we're going to offer. And then you're also going to get access to exclusive content and events. Like we're going to be offering in 2025 fireside chats. And I'll be hosting those fireside chats with some guests. We'll be talking about everything from neuroscience to spirituality to emotional intelligence. Like there'll be a various amount of topics, some of which our existing tribe members, such as yourself, will help us to craft what the topics will be. Because we're going to ask you for your feedback also, like, what are you struggling with? What challenges are you having? Because we want to make sure that whatever we're putting out there, content-wise, services-wise, training-wise, is really going to help you. It's not just there to be there, but it'll actually be there to help you. Also, we're going to continue offering content that will be complementary and content that will require an investment, because we want to have that balance and we want to ensure that we have a little something for everyone, because we know sometimes times get tough, but we still want you to develop yourself because you're still a member of our tribe and community. So there'll always be a blend of some complementary content as well as premium content that will come at an investment. So hopefully, that's something that you can look forward to as a TJP tribe member. So come join our tribe, our TJP tribe and community. We really are a community that wants you to thrive, and we're invested in you as an individual. I encourage you to sign up for the August 29th workshop, half a day workshop on being the manager people won't want to leave. You can do so by either scanning the QR code that just showed up on the screen, or you can click on the link provided in the caption for this post. And I would not hear the end of it from my son Angel if I didn't say that, because he's like, Mom, always end your videos like this. So it's like, don't forget to like, comment on, and share this post if you found it useful. See, Angel, I said it. And thank you so much for your time. Y'all, if you walk away with one thing, you don't want to do anything else here, which I do encourage you to sign up for the workshop. But if nothing else, just do some kind of investment in yourself. Read a book, watch some videos, and I know we're all busy, but if you're leading people and your calendar doesn't include some type of ongoing touch point with your people, not only those that directly report into you, but even those that indirectly report into you, add some time on your calendar for them. It doesn't even have to be like one on one, it could be group sessions or whatnot, but make time for your larger team because time is precious. And when you take some of that precious time and you gift it to people, it goes a long way and it delivers a strong message to them that they're important to you. And when you give them that time and you gift them that time, make sure you're fully present during that moment and that it's not just time to figure out what you're going to get out of them, time primarily to figure out what you're going to invest in or give to them. So have a great rest of your day or week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.